Hey there pranksters, welcome back to another fun Nextraker video. And right now, even though school might be suspended due to the pandemic that's going on, you might think that this video is pointless as I will be showing you guys 5 ways to sneak food into class, but the reality is that you might be stuck at home and you're probably bored and want to kill some time. So why not do that by learning new techniques to be able to eat in class without getting caught. But before we get started with these hacks, I'm happy to announce that we did reach a like goal in a previous video. Therefore, I will be giving away a box of snacks to one of my subscribers. Congratulations to Taylor Swift fan. You will be getting a box full of snacks in the mail very soon. Now, as far as the giveaways for this video, once this video gets 3,000 likes, I will give away a cool prank kit that will come in handy on April Fool's Day, as you will be able to set up some cool pranks and booby traps on friends and family. If this video gets 7,000 likes, I will give away a light up hoverboard, and at 12,000 likes, another Nintendo Switch will be given to someone from the comments. And to participate in these is very simple. All you have to do is like this video and leave a cool comment below telling me what is the most fun thing you have done while in quarantine. Remember that these giveaways are open to anyone of any age or location. All you have to do is like and comment on this video. Best of luck pranksters, now let's get these hacks going. While shopping at the dollar store, guys, one of the weirdest supplies that I found there is actually not a school supply. This was in the home care section, and it's just a storage compartment. Actually, it has 3 of them, but it's meant to keep your food in there, as you guys can see by the little picture. So you unscrew the top and you have one compartment there, which looks like a jar, and then the middle piece, you remove that, set it aside, and this one contains 2 compartments. The same jar that I just showed you, and then a smaller compartment. This would actually be used for dip. For example, you could put your chips in this one, and this one would have your dip. Well, I'm not gonna use it for that, but still, we're gonna have some fun with this. So what I see here is 3 different opportunities to sneak some snacks into class. So for this first one, this one has the label on it, and on it, I'm gonna put some chips in there. And my choice of chips will be some hot Cheetos. So I'll add some in there. But I'll leave a little gap because I gotta put the other compartment in there. That'll do, and that's plenty of chips. Now I'll put the other compartment in there. And inside I will add 2 Oreos as an extra snack, obviously. You might not think so, but 2 little Oreos can keep you from being hungry in class. And I'll place the centerpiece on it so everything will stay in place. So now the bottom portion is complete. I got both my snacks in there, my Oreos and my hot Cheetos. But since this is see-through, I gotta cover it. And to cover this, I'll just use some tape. So I had some leftover tape from my last video, and I'm just gonna wrap this around it so you can't see the hot Cheetos anymore. Alright, we have officially covered our tracks as far as the hot Cheetos and the Oreos. So now we'll put this aside. And as far as this container right here, again, it looks like a jar. I'm gonna fill it up with one of my favorite drinks, which is Kool-Aid. And no, I'm not gonna stick the whole pouch in there. I'm actually gonna cut a corner on the pouch and get the liquid out of there. So I'll just cut this part right here, corner. And now I have an opening, which makes it easier for me to pour it in. See, and it's like blue color. Oh, nice. Look at that, guys. But this does not cut it for me. It's only halfway full. Fortunately, I had another one, and this one I will do the same thing. Cut the corner and then fill it up. Wow, that is perfect. Now I can take the side that contains the other snacks and I'll screw it on. Well, I just had a little spill here, but that's fine. But here's what we're left with, guys. We got the drink and we got the chips and the Oreos in there. We're not done yet because this looks a little bit suspicious, right? So I'm gonna flip this upside down, like so. So the drink will be on top. But still, it doesn't look like a water bottle, which is what we're going for. Luckily, while I was at the dollar store, I also got an actual water bottle. And we don't really need the whole thing, we just need the cap. Because if we were to take this cap and stick it on top like so, it'll look like an actual bottle. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna glue this on top of this bottle and it'll look like a regular water bottle. At this point it's ready, guys. So if you're in class and you have the bottle like this sitting on your desk, your teacher will not question why it's there. The water looks blue, but it could be the color of the bottle. So again, there's nothing to question here. But when you get hungry, this is how you guys can enjoy your snacks. First, you flip the bottle upside down like so. You unscrew the bottom that holds the drink. So if you're thirsty, you can get a drink from your Kool-Aid. But if you're not thirsty and you're actually hungry, twist it back on, flip the bottle over once more, and then just untwist the bottom that holds your snacks. See? Here I have my Oreos and my hot Cheetos, which I can enjoy at the same time. So once I need to put everything back, I'll stack up the small container inside the bigger one and screw on the other half, and we're done. I was walking through the aisles at the dollar store and I went through the electronics section, right? And even though this might not look like a school supply, it actually could pass off as one. This tube right here contains a cable. It could be some earbuds. It could be anything that you might need for class. Now, I like the case here because it's shaped as a tube and you can pop off the top and have access to what's inside. Also, the top, you have attached a little clip that could go onto your backpack. I myself am gonna attach this clip to a retractable one. That way I can clip this onto my belt buckle or the strap on my backpack and I can easily pull on it and then it will retract. So that is very convenient for me. So we'll be working on this in a little bit. As far as the tube, I'm gonna empty it out because I don't want this cable in there. No earbuds allowed. I'm gonna replace it with some candy. And this will be two types of candy. For example, here I have a lollipop and it's just the right size that will fit inside the tube. Also, I'm gonna fill up this tube with some Pop Rocks. So all I need is a little packet like this and I'm gonna open it up for you guys so you guys can see. There they are. And if you've never tried this, this is really good candy. It'll blow you away if you try it for the first time because you will not know what's going on in your tongue. It'll feel like there's something happening to your tongue, a sensation that you've never felt before. But before I add this to the tube, I'm actually gonna take the lollipop and I'm gonna glue it onto the top of the tube. That way it stays put. So the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna take the lollipop and I'm gonna apply some glue inside the top. And this is hot glue, guys. And while it's still hot, I'm gonna attach the stick of the lollipop on it and wait till it hardens. That way it stays put, just like this. While that dries, I'm gonna dump in the Pop Rocks onto the tube. And that right there should be plenty. Now, if that's not enough for you, you can add more if you have more Pop Rocks handy, like I do right here. But again, this will do for me right now. Since this tube is clear and you can clearly see the powder in there, we don't want that, right? Even though there is a label there and you guys can choose to keep the label there, but there's still a gap there that I need to cover, which I will do that with some stickers that I also got at the dollar store. And these are Toy Story 4 stickers. And already Buzz Lightyear caught my attention, so I'll be using him to help me cover up my candy. So I'll peel them off and I'll stick them right there so you can't see the powder anymore. And there's still some gaps in there that I can fill up with more stickers. For example, Woody would help with that. And I'll also use Jessie to help cover up the rest. That does it for me, guys. Look at that. You can't even see the powder anymore. And now I can put the lollipop in there. And there it is, guys. It's a green colored lollipop. The way this would work is you have to lick it once first so the lollipop gets wet. See, guys, now it's wet and I can put it in the tube just like this. And you guys can shake it a bit so that the Pop Rocks stick onto the wet lollipop. And when you pull it out, see, you'll have Pop Rocks there. So it'll enhance the flavor of your lollipop, which is really, really good. Can you guys hear that crackling? Those are the effects of you eating Pop Rocks. And again, dip it in once more, shake it, and you'll have more Pop Rocks on your lollipop. So when you're done enjoying your lollipop and you still have some left in there, put it back where it goes. See, it's well hidden. Can't even tell there's anything in there. Attach this to either your belt or the strap on your backpack and have this handy. Whenever you guys are craving sugar, just pull this out and enjoy your lollipop. Another cool item that I found at the dollar store, at first it piqued my interest because I saw that it had Frozen on it, and we all recognize Frozen, right? Well, this right here is a little book. It's made out of rubber. So let me open this up for you. And see, it's a little book and it's safe for kids because you don't get paper cuts out of this. And you can fold it, bite it, crumble it up, and it still remains intact. It does not get affected by a lot of things. So it'll last you a long time. But what I like about it the most is that inside of these pages, there's some kind of foam in there. It's like really thick foam and it protects it from inside. So what I'm trying to get to, guys, is that you can use one of these to sneak some candy into class. And you guys already know that I got my candy here. These are some flat Jolly Ranchers. So I'm just gonna make a little adjustment on one of these with my trusty blade. And I'm gonna use one of the middle pages. That way it's less suspicious. So guys, get an adult to help you if you want with this, or an older sibling, but try to cut right on the bottom edge so that we are able to pull out the piece of foam that's inside. Now that I've made that opening on the bottom, I can pull out that piece of foam that I told you guys about. See, it's just a square. We don't need this right now because we're gonna make room for our candy, and all we do is stash it in there. For example, I'm gonna put one in there. Any direction works, whether it's like this or like this, it doesn't matter. Just stick it in there and that's it. If you close it up, guys, and keep it shut, the candy will stay in place. Now if you keep this in your backpack or in your school supplies case, nobody will suspect anything. Look, if you feel it, because of the back or the front page, you will not be able to feel the candy. I can't, honestly guys, I don't feel the candy, and the candy will stay put. But when you're in class and you get hungry, just flip through the pages and just remember which page it was. And it was this one, because now I feel the candy and I can actually get me a piece of candy and enjoy in class. What does this look like to you guys? By looking at it, you might think that it's a giant Lego, right? But it really isn't. So I found this at the dollar store. And this actually is a container where you could put your drink in there. So let me twist off this cap. And by the way, attached to this cup is a straw. It's one of those crazy flexible straws. See? And of course inside you got plenty of room in there to store your favorite beverage. Whatever that may be, whether it's soda, juice, or anything else, it can go in there. So you can sneak some of that into class. And me, I'm gonna take some Gatorade into class. But first, I gotta pass this off as a school supply because looking like a giant block of Lego doesn't really help my case, because my teacher might think that this is actually a toy. So toys are not allowed in class. So what I'm gonna try to pass this off as a pencil holder. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a marker such as this one, and all I need is the cap. So I'm gonna remove the cap and put this in a bag so it doesn't dry up. All I need is the cap. And basically on it, on the bottom of it, I'm gonna glue it on so it looks like it's sticking out of there, just like this. So therefore my teacher will think that I used this Lego block to hold my markers. So I'll take my hot glue and apply a little bit on the edge of the cap and then just stick it on, right on the center. And I'll do the same with the other ones. Now that it dried up, I can start filling this up with my Gatorade. So here I have some fruit punch flavored Gatorade, which I'm gonna add inside. I'll try to dump in the whole thing. And there's still plenty of room in there. So this bottle right here is supposed to be a 12-ounce bottle. So I'm sure this Lego block is about 16 ounces. So now that I have that in there, I'm gonna dip the straw in first and then screw on the cap. Because the straw is very, very snug on there, there won't be any leaks on the opening on the cap. And also guys, we are left with this issue right here, the straw. It sticks out, and that's fine because I can take the cap of a marker, pop it out, and use it as a plug. And luckily this marker cap is purple and it matches the color of the Lego block. I'll leave it as is, keep this handy on my desk. If my teacher sees this on my desk, I can just say, hey, he's just holding my markers, but in reality, I can take a sip from this little by little and quench my thirst while I'm in class. There's plenty of drink in there that will get me through the day. Look at this unique looking testing tube, guys. Well, it's just a container, but it's meant to look like a testing tube. And inside it contains little erasers that are shaped as a pineapple. But not only that, guys, these are scented erasers. What that means is that if you were to use it, let's say you trying to erase something, the more you erase, like you rub this on something, the scent becomes stronger, so it'll start smelling like pineapple. Now at the dollar store, they had different scented erasers, not just pineapple. They had orange, they had apple, and they had mango. This one stood out to me the most, so I like this one. And actually, these smell so good that you would think that these are candy, but they're not candy. You can't really eat these, but they smell so good. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get rid of these because I'm gonna use the tube to store some other candy in there. So I'm just gonna take them all out. See, dump them all out, and now we are left with the tube looking like this. Well, I'm gonna get rid of these erasers for now, so I'll set them aside. And in place of them, I got some gummies right here. You know, it was like perfect because stacked up together, they're all the same length. Look at that, guys. I can easily put them in there. And I'm actually gonna take them out of the wrapper, so I'm gonna undo the wrapper. And I'll stick them all in there like so. Look at that. And at this point, they look like erasers themselves, don't they, guys? Well, that is perfect, obviously. So all I do is put the cap back on, and that is it. If somebody asks you what these are, just tell them they're erasers. Now, if you want to get more creative with this and actually hide the fact that you can see the gummies in there, you can just wrap some tape around this and pass it off as a non-seed testing tube. For example, here I have some decorative tape. Yeah, it's got some ponies on there. They're actually unicorns. Well, I'm gonna wrap this around my testing tube just to give you an idea of how this could work. See, halfway you can't even see the bottom portion of these gummies. So try it out, and while you're in class, just take out your tube and enjoy your gummies. One by one. They're actually really good. And again, they do pass off as erasers, so nobody should really question what's inside this tube. And actually, they smell really good, just as advertised on the label. Scented erasers. They smell pretty fruity.
There you guys have it, 5 clever ways to sneak food and candy into class using some weird items that I found at my local dollar store. Now guys, at the start of this video, I gave away a box of snacks and I also announced 3 new giveaways. At 3,000 likes, I will give away a prank kit. At 7,000 likes, I will give away a light up hoverboard. And at 12,000 likes, I will give away a brand new Nintendo Switch. And to participate, all you have to do is like this video and leave a cool comment below. Best of luck, pranksters, and one last thing, please stay safe during these tough times. We'll all get through this, guys. I'll see you pranksters in my next video.